Shut up. Sorry. Whoops. That's not what I want. Real life? Only one person's watching. Yeah, sounds about right. Who's watching? Hold on. Are we live? I think so. Hold on. Nice. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Let me just. Okay, I'm live. Good. Well, welcome back to TEotYLS, the end of the year live stream 2023. I haven't uploaded since September this time, so that's a record. But yeah, I'm here and alive and well. Hold on. Okay. Let me just. There we go. Hold on, wait. Let me. There we go. Let me find my boy. Let him know I'm live. All right. Why am I taking pictures of the live? It's so funny. Anyway. So I haven't uploaded since September, so that's fun. My schedule's been incredibly crazy with school and family stuff. So, sorry. So, I'm gonna be talking about the movies I've seen this year, as usual. I don't need to explain that anymore. Oh God, I'm tired. A lot of these movies I actually watched over the weekend and like over the past week, so there's a bit of recency bias, but it's still fun. So let's get started on the list here, shall we? Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Terrible movie. The MCU's just lost its charm. It really has. It's it just feels like every other MCU movie, and it's really not fun. It's really not fun. I feel like in Ant-Man doesn't really have much to care for in this movie. I feel like it doesn't have much to care for. The only really good part about it is Kang the Conqueror. That's really it. And he's probably not going to be around for much longer because of what's going on. Jonathan Majors being a criminal, and them deciding to either recast Kang or switch to a new villain, maybe Doctor Doom. But I didn't care for it. I didn't really care for it. I mean, it's a good movie if you just shut off your brain and just watch it, but As but like if you're really critiquing it, then it's not good. They should switch to Doctor Doom. I think they should, especially with where they're going for Secret Wars. I feel like they should really switch to Doctor Doom. Um, let's see what's oh Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. That movie was one of my favorites of the year. I'm a big D&D nerd. Uh, who had better movies this year, Marvel or DC? DC. I feel like did DC release a lot of movies this year? They released Shazam, Flash, uh, Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle was really great. I'll get to that later. Uh, Blue Beetle and Aquaman, right? Those were it. Um, all of their really most of their movies were terrible except for one. Um, but I feel like DC had a better streak because The Flash was actually pretty great. Um, anyway, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, great movie. As I said, I'm a huge D&D nerd. I actually got some D&D dice for Christmas. Um, but it really feels like a D&D campaign because the character explanations and the world they set up and especially the what was I gonna say? Something about the the humor is really great too because it's not like on the nose. I don't like D&D that much. I don't understand it all. There's only like 3 books you really need to understand D&D, and that's like the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Player's Handbook, and really you just need the Player's Handbook if you're just a casual player. But yeah, it's really fun. Um but the humor wasn't like too on the nose, but like with some of the fight scenes, you could definitely tell what was a what was like a nat 20 or like a nat 1 or maybe like a nat 7. It was really great. It was so funny. What's your energy? It's through the roof. Um let's see. What did I have anything else to say about D&D? Um, I the it's just a really great movie. It was a really fun time. Um, yeah. Let's see what's next. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Best Marvel movie of the year. It's it's just phenomenal. I I made a review on it shortly came out, but it was just it was just incredible. James Gunn really knows how to write um a funny like a funny story um with heart, and he as usual he did really great with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. um Rocket's backstory was just heartbreaking, heart-wrenching. um I think the way he wrote Star Lord and Gamora's relationship, especially since it's not really the same Gamora because the Russos ruined his idea. Um, Disney ruined his idea really because they fired him. Um, but yeah, it was just such a great movie. Kuti Iwuji as the High Evolutionary was just incredible. Didn't Star-Lord do the first F-bomb? Yes, he did. He dropped the first MCU F-bomb that was uncensored, or, like, uncut, because most of the MCU F-bombs were just, like, um, they were just, like, they started to say it, but then it just cut out, like in, like Aunt May and Spider-Man: Homecoming. Um, but yeah, Star-Lord did in fact drop the first MC F-bomb. Um, but yeah, it was just it was a fun movie. It was so fun. It was great action sequences, great makeup, great great visuals. Um, the CG in Marvel looked good for once here. Um, but yeah, I think that's it for Guardians 3. I mean, if you want to know more about it, then just watch my review of it. But oh, let's see what's next. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I feel like I don't need to say anything about this movie because it's just so good. Um, Miguel O'Hara is amazing. Um, what else? It's just a great story. Great. Uh, it's just so good. Great story. Um, great animation. The animation in that movie is spectacular. Spider-Man India and Spider-Punk are just incredibly funny. Um, it's such a good movie. Miles Morales is so good. He's definitely one of my favorite Spider-Mans for sure. He's great. Chai tea, chai tea. It's Chai. So L. Um, what else? What else was great about that movie? I really like um the way they ended it was just it pissed me off. It made me so mad because it's because I didn't want it to end. And it ended just like the way it did, and I'm just like, what the heck, dude? Um, but it was just amazing. Um, it was it was so good. It's definitely winning a couple Oscars. You excited for Sonic 3 next year? Yes, I am. I'm actually very excited for that. But that's coming later. Um, what's next on my list? Oh, The Boogeyman. This was one of the movies I watched over the weekend. It was pretty great. Um, stuttering be like, "Shut up." Um, The Boogeyman was a really great movie. It's I read the short story. It's not 100% accurate, but it's still pretty good. It feels more like um a side story. Cuz in the original short story by Stephen King, it focuses on Lester Billings and his his encounters with the boogeyman. Um but in the movie it is um on Lester Billings' psychiatrist's daughter. And it's actually really great and really fun and really scary too. Um I actually it was one I enjoyed. You should do album reviews. I might do that. I would do that. Um Rated R was a pretty great album. Guts was really great. Um those were really the 2023 albums I paid attention to. Those were the ones I put on repeat. What is on this? Oh, never mind. Why do I even have wood glue in my bedroom? Um, I'd love to hear your reviews on music. Thank you. But that's reviewing music isn't really my thing. But yeah. Uh, Boogeyman. Great movie. It was see I felt like the boogeyman the boogeyman was terrifying. Um, it his design was terrifying. It with the main character, it actually felt pretty emotional. Um, it because, it is the typical, you know, um, mother died, but, with, with what the main character goes through in the movie and what she eventually does, it's really interesting and it's really emotional. Can you tell me your review on Pooh? I need to know how amazing the Winnie the Pooh horror movie is. It's terrible. It's so bad. Um, and what's funny is that, I completely skipped over that one. What's so funny is that, like, nobody thought this movie was gonna be serious about itself, but they actually try to be serious about itself, and it doesn't work, and it's just laughably bad, and it's so funny. Um, what was I gonna say? Um, I'm not excited for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 because, um, it's not like, yeah, it has a bigger budget, but, like, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. And the fact that they're turning this into, like, a cinematic universe too, like, everyone's trying to do a cinematic universe too. Um, but it's just not gonna be good. I'm not excited for the Bambi horror movie. I'm not excited for the Peter Pan horror movie. Wasn't there a scene where Pooh dangles a girl or something goofy like that? I don't remember. I don't know, I only watched that movie once and I walked out. It's terrible. Um, Cocaine Bear was actually really I shouldn't say that. White Powdered Sugar Bear was actually really good. Um, yeah, White Powdered Sugar Bear was actually really great. Um, White Powdered Sugar Bear is God. Yes. It wasn't You see, what I thought was great about, White Powdered Sugar Bear is that, um it wasn't like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, where it was trying to be serious about itself. It was funny. It was so funny, because you just know how ridiculous the concept is. It's just like a grizzly bear or whatever that just eats too much white powdered sugar, and it just goes crazy, and it kills a bunch of people, and it's so funny. Uh, did you hear they canceled the Powerpuff Girl movie? I did. Was that the one with the live action one with Dove Cameron? Because I was actually kind of excited for that. Okay, what's next on my list? Oh, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Great movie. I'm a big Transformers guy too. I'm just a nerd. I'm a geek. Um, I'm hyped for Joker 2 next year. Dude, that one's gonna be great. Um, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. That one is really great. Um, I like that one a lot. Um, I think that it was, um, the fact that it was, I don't know, I really liked it. I like that they're going away from the Michael Bay movies because those were terrible. Um, but I like that they're actually trying to lean into the lore of the Transformers, other than just making an action movie with giant robots punching each other, and also Megan Fox is pretty, so that's what Michael Bay was trying to do, and it wasn't good. Um, but I like that they're actually trying to lean into the lore of the Transformers more, so, that's pretty great. Um, the visuals in that movie were incredible too. Um, Unicron was terrifying, and so was, Scourge. Is that his name? Hold on, Scourge, Transformer Scourge, that's his name. Um, what else? What else about that movie? I don't know. It was good. Um, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I actually kinda like that one. Um, I I didn't think it was amazing. Because it's like every other Indiana Jones movie. I don't know why people are trashing on it so much, honestly. I mean, I thought it was just a fun time. Um, what else? Um, Mads Mikkelsen was pretty great as the villain. Um, what else? Um, I was gonna say something about Indiana Jones, and now I don't remember. Um, yeah, I don't remember. Think I like that they're more limiting, um, his stunts now because, Harrison Ford's 80, and he's not gonna be around forever, so, I am glad that they're kind of chilling out on his stunts, because he does like to do his own stunts sometimes. Um, but I just thought it was a fun time. I don't know why people are hating on it so much. Um, yeah. I thought it was fun. Okay. What's next on the list? Barbenheimer. Ugh. Which one should I start with, Barbie or Oppenheimer? I'm gonna wait for chat. We don't talk about that. Start with Barbie? Okay. Um, Barbie was so good. It was so funny. Um, I just think, because it's just I don't really have anything else to say other than that it's just ridiculous, and it's hilarious, and it's so funny, but at the same time, it's so emotional. Like the moment when, Ruth, is that her name? Ruth? I'm pretty sure that's her name. When she, the moment, in between her and Barbie and the Billie Eilish song plays, I started crying at that part, it was just so good. Um, Margot Robbie was hilarious. Ryan Gosling was hilarious. Um, the I love the part when, when all the Kens take over, and it was and they turned it into, like, Kenland or whatever. Um, it was so funny. It was so funny. I love that movie. Uh, Energy is strong. Indeed, it is. Um, what else? I don't think I can talk about, the Barbie movie without talking about, I'm Just Ken. That song is so funny. I love it so much. Um, what else? Um, I don't know. It was just an incredible movie. Um, but maybe definitely an Oscar contender. Maybe I don't know if it would fall under best adapted screenplay, best original screenplay, 'cause the it is based on toys by Mattel. Oh, Will Ferrell in the movie, as the CEO of Mattel was hilarious. Um, it's just hilarious. I love that movie. I'm not gonna sing that. I'm not singing that. I'm not singing that, dude. You can't make me. I'm not singing that. If you're trying to get me to sing that, I'm not gonna sing it. I'll read it like a poem, but I'm not gonna sing it. Um, Oppenheimer. That that movie is I saw that one in theaters, um, and it was a great movie. Um, I'm not y I'm hmm, I do like me some, historical dramas and historical epics. Read it like a poem? No, I'm not reading that whole thing. Um, what else? Cillian Murphy. Is it Killian or Cillian? I can never remember, but, oh, he was incredible as Oppenheimer. Um, the the visual effects were just amazing. Um, the fact that the bomb was practical, oh my goodness. Ugh, um, I that movie was just so good. I definitely feel like Robert Downey Jr. could be nominated for Best Actor in a Supporting Role. The the score too, the music in the movie was amazing. Um, oh my goodness, I totally forgot. The soundtrack in Barbie, great. The soundtrack in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, great. Kanye West walked out of Oppenheimer. Yeah, he did, so did Logan Paul, because it was 3 hours of people talking. Like, what was he expecting, a vertical video with Subway Surfers on the side? No, no. It's why do people have to be? Why do people have to be? Um, Oppenheimer was just a great movie, um, such a great story. Christopher Nolan is an incredible director too. When's Barbenheimer 2? No, we need it now. No, no, we don't. Um, they are making a Barbenheimer movie though, and it's the funniest thing ever. Hold on, I gotta look it up. Barbenheimer movie. Yes, a Barbenheimer movie is actually in the works. Where is it? A B movie? Uh, yeah, it's gonna be like a B movie. So it's gonna be, like a terrible movie, and it's gonna be funny. Um, where is it? Barbenheimer, Dr. Bambi J. Barbenheimer, a brilliant scientist doll living in Dolltopia, a world of endless summers and beach parties, and her boyfriend, Twink Dollman. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. It's the director said that it's so silly, and I'm here for it. It's gonna be so funny. Um, Dolltopia, that's hilarious. Um, yeah, Barbie and Oppenheimer were great movies. Um, I definitely plan to get, um, Oppenheimer at some point, because Chris Nolan said that he doesn't want it going to, streaming because people are just gonna because he said that, people can stamp the parts of the movies. "Look what I sent you, Oppenheimer is getting real. How do you have my number? I don't know you." I'm joking. Um, but, um, what was I saying? Very forgetful this time. I was gonna say something about something, and it was something about, uh right, um, because, people can timestamp movies on streaming, and they'll just, watch one part or watch the rest of the movie from one part, and it's not good. He intends for Oppenheimer to go to physical media only, and I'm here for it. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be it was such a good movie. Uh, Haunted Mansion. I actually really like that one. Um, I think the, oh, Haunted Mansion. That one was Guillermo del Toro, right? Haunted Mansion 2023. Nope, nope, not Guillermo del Toro, but I thought Guillermo del Toro helped out with it, right? He helped out? Mm, nope. I thought that was Guillermo del Toro. Huh, weird. Um, I thought that Haunted Mansion was a good movie. I thought it was fun. Owen Wilson is hilarious. Danny DeVito is hilarious. Um, but the, yeah, it was ugh, um, I thought that the story was pretty great. The scares were pretty fun. Um, Disney movie too. They were pretty good. Um, Jamie Lee Curtis as what's her name? Madame Leota. Um, um, yeah, she was pretty great. She was pretty fun. Um, the Hatbox Ghost was was actually pretty scary. Um, Connor says hi. Hello. Um, but yeah, Haunted Mansion was it was a fun time. That was one I saw over the weekend. It was pretty fun. Um, I don't think it really needed anything, honestly, because it's a Disney movie. It's got fun scares. It's just a fun movie. It really is. It's just really fun. Uh, it did get a bit emotional. It was actually pretty scary, for a Disney movie too, um, especially for one of their movies based on the rides, because usually those movies are terrible. Um, it's like, they made success off of The Black Pearl, and then they was like, "Huh, let's do this again." And so they made, Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy, and it was terrible. And then they made, um, another one that was really terrible, and then they stopped, and then they just kept going with Pirates of the Caribbean, and it was just they got progressively worse and worse, especially it only got bad after the 3rd one because I don't need a 4th one, honestly. Um, number 5 was terrible. Uh, but Sorry. Um, what else? Um, yeah, for a Disney horror movie and for a Disney horror movie that's based on one of the rides, it was actually really fun, and I liked it. Um, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem. That one was really fun. I liked that one a lot. Um, I the the character development that Splinter goes through was really, really something. Um, from not trusting humans and then eventually trusting humans, and it's really great. Um, uh, the the, the humor in that movie didn't seem cringy, and it didn't seem forced, and it was really good. I'm glad that, Seth Rogen was just like, yeah, because we want to be teenagers. Let's let the teenagers be teenagers, and so most of their lines were improvised, and so I thought that was really great, because, they're letting teenagers be teenagers, and it was so funny. Speaking of Seth Rogen, Mario. I didn't see that movie, but I heard it was okay. Um, yeah, it I feel like, um yeah, Seth Rogen, by the way, the villain of, TMNT, the villain of sorry, I didn't sleep last night. Um, the villain of TMNT was actually really scary. TMNT isn't good. I hate TMNT. You're wrong. Screw you. Um, so, yeah, I'm the animation too, oh my word. You can tell that the animation in TMNT Mutant Mayhem was very inspired by, Spider-Verse, but it is, its own thing because, while Spider-Verse wants to look more like a comic, um, TMNT said that they wanted to the team behind the TMNT movie said that they want it to look like just the doodles you'd see in, like, a high school's notebook, and that I actually really appreciate, and it was really fun. Um, and obviously, like, some of the characters looked really janky, um, but yeah, it was a really good movie. Um, yeah, I liked it a lot. I feel like it could actually be nominated for Best Animated Feature. Um, it was that good. Oh, shoot, I forgot a movie. Um, Nimona one was really fun. Um, the animation in that movie was also really great. Um, I could maybe see that one being nominated for Best Animated Screenplay. What if all women disappeared? Uh, then we'd probably all die because we humans would probably go extinct because we wouldn't be able to have children. Um, TMNT. Nope, not TMNT. Nimona. Um, Nimona was a fun movie. It had a fun animation style. Um, it it I just thought it was really fun. I don't have anything more to say about it. I just thought it was really fun. Um, do I have anything else? Uh, uh, um, TMNT Mayhem, being nominated for Best Animated Movie. That one looks really fun. Um, Inside Out 2's trailer looks really good. Yes, it does. That's a movie I'm excited for next year. Um, where did I put it? Uh, Um, so what else? That it? No. Um, what's next on my list? Oh, The Last Voyage of the Demeter. That one, that was one I watched really pretty recently. I actually really like that one. Um, I think I I do think that it got a bit boring at some parts because it's the typical horror movie, scary monster on the loose, killing people off one by one in a small space. Um, but it is I do think that it's actually really great. Um, it was based on, I think, the 8th chapter in Dracula with the captain's log, and it's chapter 8 of Dracula's voyage from Transylvania to England, to London. Um, and it was really great. Um, again, it did get a bit repetitive with with its, um with its, kills, um, with its deaths. Um, some of them, like, 2 of them you had to feel for because a kid dies and a dog dies. So, um, yeah, that one was pretty great. Um, I think it's stupid that they made a practical suit for Dracula, and then they just CG'd over it, like, come on. Um, but I did think it was a great movie. Um, I feel like while it was lacking oh, by the way, the production design in the movie is so good. While I feel like it was lacking in some areas, um, like a interesting, um because the story, again, got a bit repetitive, so it it did lose some interest there with, people, getting killed and, um, people dying and, Dracula, sucking their blood and blah, 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 blah. I did think that the characters were actually some of the best parts of the movie because, you know, the captain, his son dies, and so he, he you know, he grieves. Um, I feel like David Dastmalchian's character slowly goes crazy, and that's really interesting to see because he's just so good at playing those characters. Um, but yeah, I did think that it was a really, really great movie. Um, but yeah, I liked Last Voyage of the Demeter. Um, what's next? A Haunting in Venice. I watched one last night. Um, that was my 2nd viewing, I watched it last night. That one I really liked. Um, I do think, um, that, um 'cause, it's the typical, it's the typical, uh, whodunit. So, it's a bunch of people in a space, and then someone dies, and then, uh, and then they have to, figure out who did it, and it just, it's weird. Um, but it was really interesting because they threw in ghosts. So, um, especially since the main character was a skeptic. Um, but yeah, it was a good movie. Um, some of the scary great. The score is amazing too. Um Music in that movie's incredible. Um, the acting was pretty great. I really like, um, I really liked, Michelle Yeoh's character. She was really great. Um, yeah, it was a good movie. I did not sleep last night. I am sorry. What's next? Oh, The Creator. That movie is one of my favorites of this year. Um, it's oh my goodness, ugh, it was just so good. Um, John David Washington's character was amazing. The visuals in that movie were stunning. Um, uh, they the the child in that movie, really funny. Um, it did kind of It it was really fun, because the movie the trailer made it seem like a big, action drama movie with a great visual and a great story, and then you go and watch the movie, and it turns out to be, um, sort of like a road trip buddy cop comedy, but it's actually so good. Um, yeah, I did like, The Creator. Um, did anything else happen? Oh, oh. Something about, I did like, it was a for me, it was a bit hard to follow, but, I think I like my viewing of it because it's just so good. I did understand it a bit more, and it was just so good. I could drone on and on about it, um, but, oh my goodness, I just love that movie so much. Um, what's next? Saw X. I saw that movie once, and I think I only need to see it once. Not not because it's bad, but because it's horrifying. Um, I really like what they did with John Kramer. You see, I'm really glad that, it kinda went back to the first Saw movie in the sense because it's a big psychological horror. And they strayed away from all the torture corn. Um, and for that, I give Saw X props to. Um, I think, because John Kramer's story in the movie is, he has cancer, so he flies all the way to Mexico um, so that he can get help, but he finds out that he's scammed, so he kidnaps everyone involved in the scam, and then, um, he, uh, he tortures them, and it's the traps in the movie were actually really great, um, and really horrifying too. I got pretty queasy, uh, but yeah, I did really like, um, Saw X. It was scary. It was it was actually kinda funny too. Um, there are a few jokes in the movie. Um, so I'm glad they didn't go too serious with it. Um, but it was it was a it was a good movie. Um, it was really emotional, it was scary, it was dramatic, it was fun. Um, yeah, it was just such a great movie. What's next on my list? Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's. What did I think of that movie? It was alright. Um, I watched it maybe twice, and I really it was fun. I'm disappointed that 1, Matthew Lillard didn't get enough screen time because I wanted to see him more, um, as, um, William Afton, uh, and I'm glad and I'm a bit disappointed that the animatronics didn't do a lot of, what they do in the games, um, 'cause I feel like they just got a bit too friendly sometimes, but, um, it was it was fun. It was a fun movie. Um, there's no denying that, it was really fun. And I did see, like, some of the fans of FNAF getting really mad because like, they were expecting it to be, like, some master class of cinema, and it's just like, don't expect that out of Five Nights at Freddy's. The story is already weird and convoluted, so the movie's gonna have a weird and convoluted story. So, don't expect much. Um, but it was a good I did like it. It was fun, it was kinda scary. Um, I'm glad that they made it a PG-13 so that it's a nice gateway horror movie for the little kiddies, um, the little kids who like FNAF. Is this not a sponsor? Um, but yeah, it was it was a good movie. It was really fun. Um, yeah, it was a nice gateway horror movie for kids who like FNAF. Um, and I feel like you don't really have to be a fan of FNAF to understand the story of it, but it's probably better that you play the games first so that you can understand how weird and convoluted the story already is. Um, so yeah, that's what I thought of FNAF. I thought it was fun and fun. 'Cause it's not really scary, it's not really emotional, it's just fun, and that's what FNAF is supposed to be, fun. Um, what's next? Oh, The Marvels. That one was also really fun. Um, I feel like 'cause it I've mm, I don't know, something about it was just so fun, and I actually really liked it. Um I thought it was hilarious when all the cats were on the spaceship just eating people, and, and then Memories or whatever that song's called from the Cats musical plays. That was hilarious. Um, I was dying in the theater because it was so funny. Um, yeah, the comedy in the movie was well played, the action in the movie was really fun. Um, the, Iman Vellani is hilarious. Um, it did get quite emotional some points, um, but Guardians is still better. Guardians 3 is still better. What's next on my list? Oh, Wonka. That one's really fun. That one is so good. Um, very emotional. It's a good family movie too. Um, it's I th I th the musical numbers were really great too. Um See, I wasn't actually on board with it at first because, I knew that it was a Willy Wonka movie, and I love Roald Dahl. I knew that Paul King was going to be directing it, and he made the Paddington movies, and those are hilarious. They're funny, they're emotional, they're just great family movies. But when I heard that Timothy Chalamet was cast as Willy Wonka, I wasn't too excited because I only know Timothy Chalamet from the Dune movies, and he's great in those, but he didn't really scream Willy Wonka to me. But then I went and the movie, and he's just so charismatic. It feels like he almost matched, Gene Wilder, and that's really great. Um, I think fact that they were able to make references to Gene Wilder and Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka, but also stay completely original is is really great. Um, I did like Keegan-Michael Key's character where deal with the chocolate cartel, and he just progressively gets fatter and fatter throughout the movie. That was hilarious. Um, Keegan-Michael Key's just hilarious already, so but yeah, Wonka was it was fun, it was emotional, great numbers, and yeah, it was really fun. Um, what's next? Oh, this is the last movie, Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. It's alright, it's alright, and I'm a Snyder fan too. It's alright. Um, see, what I think is just so weird. See, the best way I can describe that movie is Seven Samurai meets Star Wars directed by Zack Snyder. Uh, and it was okay because it was repetitive. It felt very repetitive. The family cuts, not great, but I am excited for the Snyder cut to for the, director's cut to come out, next year. But, yeah, it was alright. I mean, it had great visuals, had, um it had fun action, the costume design was really great. The problem is that it's repetitive, and it's a big 'cause because think about it. It's one of those movies where, uh where something happens to the main character and their world or whatever, so they go to meet with this character so that they can team up, and then uh, along the way to find one character, they meet another character, and he's really helpful. So they team up, and then they go find the character that they need, and then they go pick up a bunch more characters along the way, and then the bad guy, he's after this character, but the good guys are after this character too, so they have to get to that character before the bad guys get to this character. And it's repetitive, and it's unlike, unlike, uh, Last Voyage on the Demeter. This was lacking in character. It was I felt like it was really lacking in character because you only really know a lot about the main character. There's nothing else about any other character. I couldn't tell you what Ray Fisher's character was like. I couldn't tell you. Um, I couldn't tell you what Charlie Hunnam's character was like. I couldn't tell you. Um, but it was just it was alright. It was just alright. It was alright. Um, and those are the movies I watched this year. But I'm not done because now I'm gonna talk about all the movies I'm excited for next year. Uh, so starting this is in no particular order. Uh, Probably like order, but whatever. You're not paying attention. Um, Argo, the Henry Cavill spy movie. That one looks like so much fun. I'm so excited for that movie. Um, I it just looks like fun. It really just looks like fun. I'm excited for it. lots of these movies I'm excited for just because they seem fun. Um, Madam Web, I'm really excited for that one. Um, the See, I don't know why people are trashing on it so much. Yeah, it's Sony's Spider-Man universe, but, like, I don't think it's gonna be another Morbius. Like, come on. Let's see what at least Morbius wasn't in production. At least Madam Web wasn't in, production hell for so long. Um, oh, Dune Part 2. That movie's gonna be phenomenal. Um, I'm excited to see where, Denis Villeneuve goes now. I actually haven't seen Dune since it came out, so, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have some catching up to do. Um, yeah, but I'm excited for Dune Part 2. That movie seems really fun. That movie is gonna be good. A Quiet Place Day 1, and that movie's gonna be good too. Sorry. Um, what else? Um, what else? A Quiet Place Day 1. That movie's gonna be really good. Um, I saw the other 2 Quiet Place movies, and they were horrifying. Um, the first movie was more of a psychological thing. Um, uh, the first Quiet Place movie was a psychological thing, and it was about family, and it was emotional. Um, the Quiet Place 2 was emotional, but it was more of a slasher, and it was more gory than the previous one, so I'm excited to see where, Quiet Place Day 1 goes. Uh, Kung Fu Panda 4. I'm excited for that one. That one's gonna be good, it's gonna be fun, I'm gonna be excited, because I love the Kung Fu Panda movies, so this is gonna be my jam. Um, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. This one is a sequel to the Matt Reeves trilogy, so I'm very excited to see where, uh, Kingdom goes. Um, Kraven the Hunter. I'm excited for that one. That one's gonna be, uh, very gory. It's gonna be fire. Um, I don't think it's gonna be another Morbius because it actually looks good. Um, but yeah, I'm excited for Kraven the Hunter. Ugh, Joker, Folie à Deux. That one's gonna be that one's just gonna be so because I'm excited to see where Todd Phillips is gonna go with Joker 2. So, yeah, I'm excited. Um, Iron Lung, the Markiplier movie. Um, I actually don't know a lot about the Iron Lung movie or the Iron Lung video game even, but that movie actually looks pretty great, and I'm excited. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I'm excited for that one. I saw the other 2 Sonic movies, and they were really fun, um, so I'm excited to see where Sonic 3 goes, especially now that Shadow's introduced. Um, I bet you they're gonna introduce Amy too. Is that her name? I don't know. Avatar 3. I'm excited for that one too. Um, it's probably gonna be another Barbenheimer situation because, um they're releasing on the same day. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what I'm pretty sure this is the last movie that James Cameron is directing for the Avatar movies. And it's gonna have a big fire tribe that's evil, and I think you can see where he's going with this, but it's whatever. Furiosa. I really liked Mad Max Fury Road, so I'm excited to see where George Miller goes with Furiosa. Uh, Anya Taylor-Joy is a really great actress, badass. Um, and she and Chris Hemsworth is really great too. I'm excited to see because I'm pretty sure a younger Immortan Joe is going to be in the movie too. So I'm excited to see if they're going to touch upon his origin in the movie. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. Um, Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire. Um, I see. I really liked the Godzilla versus Kong movie. So I'm excited to see where they go with Godzilla X Kong, especially now that Godzilla has a new Super Saiyan mode and Kong has a mech arm and he has a son too. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where that goes. Uh, the Penguin. This is the spin-off show um centering around Colin Farrell's Penguin's rise to power as the head crime boss of Gotham City, set in the Matt Reeves Batman universe. It's just gonna be good. It's gonna be phenomenal. I'm excited to see where it goes because I like crime dramas, like The Godfather, Goodfellas, stuff like that. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. Echo, uh, spin-off to Hawkeye and Daredevil because Echo is a Daredevil character and she was in Hawkeye. I'm pretty sure it's Marvel's first TVMA show. So I'm excited. Cause the when it came out, it looked really great. I'm excited for it. Um I don't think there's anything anything less. Creature Commandos, the first entry into James Gunn's DCU. I'm excited. I'm excited because again, it's the first entry into James Gunn's DCU. So I'm excited to see where he goes with it. I'm excited to see where he goes with the DCU as a whole, especially with Superman Legacy, but that's coming out in 2025. I'm excited to see where he goes with everything. um Creature Commandos, Daredevil Born Again. That one's gonna be really great too. Um see now that I'm glad that Marvel is actually hiring showrunners now because the 6 episode miniseries, I don't know, that they were doing like She-Hulk and Moon Knight and Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision, they were terrible. But yeah, they just, well, I mean, except for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That I really like that one. Um, but Moon Knight wasn't great. WandaVision wasn't great. Uh, I'm not big on What If, so yep, that's where we are. And Inside Out too. I'm excited for that one. That one looks like it's gonna be emotional, no pun intended. And it just looks like fun. I'm excited. Um, and that's it. That's it for my lists. Yeah, I'm all done here. So that's the end of the stream. Happy New Year.